Hey everyone, and welcome back to Partners in Fire. Today we're going to talk about two of my favorite things, video games and money. We're going to talk about how Animal Crossing, an awesome, freaking addictive video game, teaches us stuff about money. And I think you're going to be surprised at how much stuff is actually in this game about money, because when I first started playing it, I just thought it was a stupid fun game where you run around, and it took me, a freaking finance blogger, weeks of playing this game to realize how much awesome information there was in there about money and cash flow and all that good stuff. So strap in and check it out. So the first money tip you get with Animal Crossing is that being a good friend is worthwhile. In this game, you can go to your neighbors and give them gifts if you have good friendship points. And the really cool thing is, if they like what you give them, they'll give you something cool back. A lot of times you can get some money back from them. So I'm giving this guy nothing but a tin bucket, and he's gonna give me something in return. Let's see what he gives me. Ooh, a football shirt. I'm actually wearing a football shirt right now, but sometimes they give you more than just clothing. Actually, one of the reasons why I love giving gifts so much is because you get random clothing that you can't find in the stores. But sometimes you get other cool stuff too. So I'm going to find Tammy and I'm going to give her something as well. And yes, I made them call me awesome because I'm freaking awesome. And I'm going to give her my fishing vest because she's fishing, and that just makes sense, right? Look how happy she is. She's even going to try it on right now while she's fishing. But look, wait until you see what I get for giving her this fishing vest. 540 bells. So being a good friend is definitely worthwhile, and I think that's one of the most important things that Animal Crossing can teach us about money. The next money lesson you get about Animal Crossing is about savings and debt, and man, is it a doozy. You get mortgages in this game to help pay off your house, and you can get a few rooms, but every time you get a new room, your mortgage is way more. If you look at mine, 1.7 million bells. That's down for 2 point some ridiculous freaking number, and that is for my last room, but man, I must have spent 5 million bells trying to expand my house. And that just goes to show that we don't really need all of those things that we think we need. I don't need all the things in my house. It's easy because it's a stupid game, but in real life, I don't need that crap. But then you also have savings. Unfortunately, you only get a very paltry amount of interest with savings, and that's because a lot of people have messed with the game and they time travel just to get interest, and so the game said, nah, we're only going to give you a little bit of interest. But it's interesting that this game does show you that there are mortgages, there is debt, and you have to pay it off in order to get to the next level. And that next level is, in fact, investing. Now, Animal Crossing has an ingenious way of teaching people how to invest, and that is through the turnip market. Now, this is Daisy May. She is the one who sells you your turnips that you can use for your investments, and she is only on your island on Sunday mornings. So you have to be very careful and make sure that you log on in time to catch her, because if you don't, and if you try to time travel and cheat, then your turnips are going to spoil. So you can only catch her on Sunday mornings, and you cannot time travel. So today she's selling turnips for 96 bells a piece, and I'm going to let her explain what the turnip market is all about. She'll explain to you about how she sells the turnips, how they grow the turnips, what we're supposed to do with the turnips. And this is kind of similar to the regular stock market, because you can buy your stocks and you can sell your stocks at different prices. Unfortunately, the regular stock market's not open on Sunday, so that's kind of a difference there. You have to buy and sell during the week. Here you can only buy on Sundays, but you can't sell on Sundays, so that's a peculiarity of the turnip market. But like she says, the prices do change every day, so if you decide to invest in turnips, you're going to have to check every day for what the best prices are. And you can make a ton of bells from selling turnips. It's an excellent business venture, but you can also lose out pretty badly. And if you let your turnips spoil, then you can lose out really badly, because I think they're like 8 bells a piece when you sell them. If they're spoiled, at least you can get rid of them. But yeah, they're gross and you have to sell them and lose pretty much your entire investment. These turnips do have an official name. which is super ridiculous. Dow Jones stock market. See, it's even close to the stock market. It's called the stock market, and that's freaking amazing. So yeah, you can buy your turnips every Sunday, and then you can try to turn around and sell them. So let's see what some of the turnip prices are throughout the week. I don't really want to buy though because I suck at logging on to sell them, like I said, but I still want to check out the prices. I don't think I'll be buying next time though. So let's see how much I can sell my turnips for if I bought them. Oh, I tried to sell on a Sunday. That's not okay. We're not allowed to sell turnips on Sundays. You can't just buy them on Sunday and then resell them the same day. That teaches you that day trading is bad. So let's try a different day. Let's see how much they cost on the next day. Oh, only 83 bells. That is not as much as I would have bought them for, so that's a good thing. But like I said, you can track what your prices are going to be throughout the week, and you can visit your friends' islands to sell your turnips for better prices if the price on your island isn't right. So that's a really cool thing about the stock market, that you can buy and sell in different markets. But overall, it's super cool. The Animal Crossing has all this cool stuff to teach you about investing. It's very simplistic compared to the real stock market, but it's a start, right? And so the next Animal Crossing lesson is to buy all the things. Okay, please don't. But if you're gonna buy all the things, you should do it in a video game and not in real life. So, yeah, I don't need that. I don't need to spend 31,000 bells on that. Good, Melanie. Don't need it. But I do like buying all the things, and that's my problem. But I like it in the video game. But another thing is that I really like buying cheap junk to give to my neighbors. Because why spend thousands of bells on a gift for my neighbors when I can spend 1,200 bells? Or look at this crappy little magazine right here. That's only... How much is it? That's only 210 bells. I can stock up on this crap and give it as gifts to my townspeople. And they don't care. They don't know the difference. They like cheap gifts just as much as they like expensive gifts. Now, this is not an in real life lesson. Don't cheap out on giving your friends gifts. Get your friends what they like, just FYI. But in the game, it works really well. So I stocked up a little bit just so that I can have things to give to my Animal Crossing friends and score those sweet, sweet friendship points, which are super important. But I'm not going to buy too many of them because I don't need to spend all the money. But next, I'm going to show you where I really fail, and that's, oh man, here's where I really fail at this game, and it's at the clothing store. Man, I am stocked up on Animal Crossing clothing for my little avatar guy. I just love to buy all the things at the shopping center, and I'm so freaking thankful that clothing looks frumpy on me in real life, because if I looked as freaking adorable as my little avatar guy in Animal Crossing does in all of the things, I would spend all of my freaking money, all of it, every paycheck on clothing, because it's so freaking, look how cute she is. She is cute in everything. The thing is that you don't see is my wardrobe. I have most of this stuff already because I already did buy all the things. So I don't really need to buy anything else from the store. But man, she just looks adorable in every freaking thing she wears, and that's so unfair. Actually, it is fair because I'm glad I get this out of my system in real life. I mean, out of my system in the game rather than in real life, because like I said, I would be poor. So if you're going to spend all the money, you should do it in a video game and not in real life. And the thing is, this is why I need a big house, because I have to store all the crap that I buy. Which brings us to our next segment, Hustle and Grind, or how to make money in Animal Crossing. Thing is, there's a plethora of freaking ways to make money in Animal Crossing, but the first thing that it teaches you is that money grows on trees. And we all know that money does not grow on trees in real life, but in the game, it's awesome. All you have to do is find your money tree hole, which was that shiny light, bury some money in there, dig it up, and then bury that tree back into a new hole. You can bury it in any hole. I like to put them near my house, and then you wait your magical 3 days and you have a full bloom money tree. And there's 10,000 bells in each bag of money in that tree because I buried 10,000 bells. Now that is awesome. I think there's 5,000 bells in each. That's awesome. I wish that happened in real life, but since it doesn't, we have to find other grindy ways to make money. And there's a ton of them in this game. First, you can collect seashells. That's super easy, but it's not as profitable. Just like in real life, the easier stuff isn't as profitable. But you can also go fishing. You can catch the big old fishies. Here we go. This is so hard. I don't know why I suck at angles so badly to catch these stupid freaking fish. But eventually, I'm going to catch this guy. And it's just like in real life. The good fish cost more and the bad fish don't give you that much money. But let's see what we got here. I'm going to get this guy. I'm going to get him. Oh, got him. Yes. What do we got? It's a red snapper. Fortunately, those cost a pretty penny, so that's nice. But there's other ways. You can catch bugs. That nice butterfly, he's worth, I think, 500 to 1,000 bells, so that's nice. You can also dig up fossils. So many ways to hustle in this game and make some money. So that's awesome. I wish that you could just collect bugs in real life to make money. But also it teaches you that rare stuff is more valuable than not rare stuff, common stuff. As you can see, I'm grabbing some peaches. Now, peaches are not my native plant. Pears are my native plant. So I have a pear tree right there too that I'm going to collect those pears from. I don't know why I can't pick a pear tree. I think I just wanted to be able to show you me collecting them because that other one was kind of blocked, but whatevs. Anyway, so now I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to sell the peaches and I'm going to sell the pears and we're going to compare what each costs. And I tell you, it's not pretty. So let's take a look at what a rare thing is worth versus what a common thing is worth. Let's sell our peaches first. Let's see what they're going to give me for my 3 peaches. Some peaches! 1,500 bells for 3 peaches. That's not too shabby. That's like 500 bells a peach. I will definitely take that. But let's see what my common item will get me. Like I said, pears are my native fruit, so unfortunately, I don't get as much out of the pears. Let's see. 300 bells. That's only 100 bells per freaking fruit. So that just goes to show that it's better to sell rare stuff. So the last money lesson that we learned from Animal Crossing is crowdsourcing. Now you might recognize crowdsourcing from such common websites as Kickstarter or GoFundMe, but in this game we use crowdsourcing for infrastructure, things like building bridges or building inclines, things like that. So I guess you could kind of consider it similar to taxes, except for nobody's actually required to donate money for these causes. It's just out there and they can donate money if they choose to. So we're going to build a bridge, and the thing is, just like anything, the nicer bridges are more expensive than the kind of crappy bridges. You can just do a little wooden platform, which you've seen, for a lot cheaper. That's 98,000 bells. But the different bridges cost different prices, and my favorite tends to be the stone bridge. I just think that's this simple, elegant look. It's not the most expensive either. It's only 168,000 bells, which isn't too shabby. So I'm going to build a stone bridge, and I'm going to ask other people to help me pay for it. Now, the thing about this is that your villagers don't really like to put that much money into these pots. So if you just rely on your villagers to pay for this cost, it's going to take you forever to be able to build a bridge. The main point of this is to have your real people, your family and friends who might have the same island and who might share the island with you. They're supposed to be helping with this cause rather than the villagers. The villagers will donate a tiny bit of money, but it will not be enough for you to build your bridge. So if you're the only person on your island, it's probably best that you do it by yourself. But another cool thing about this is that you don't have to do it all at once. This guy's just going to wait there until he gets all of his 168,000 bells. Whether it takes 2 days or 6 weeks, he's going to be there. So I'm only going to put a few bells in, and then I'm just going to let it go and see if anybody else builds it for me. But this is an awesome example of how crowdsourcing can work in real life. So I had to include it because it's just so much fun. As a final bonus, we're going to talk about the other things that you can learn in this game. It's way more than money. You can go to the museum and learn about any of the items that you collect in this game. So you can learn about butterfly species, insect species, fish species, fossils. It's so freaking awesome. And Blathers doesn't like bugs, so he gets upset when you show him a bug, but he'll still tell you about the bug. So I didn't know anything about the Great Purple Emperor, but these are actually real facts about these creatures that you can find. And that's awesome. And I looked it up, so I'm not just saying that it's real facts. I was curious, and so I had to look it up because as an intellectual, that's just what I do. So there's, I don't even know how many hundreds of items, creatures in this game that you get to collect, and Blathers knows a little tidbit about every one of them. And the fish and butterflies also look a lot like they do in real life, so you can identify what these creatures are because you're looking at them. It's obviously an illustration, so it's not perfect, but they do look very similar. Look at all these different bugs that you can find and learn a little tidbit about. And look at all the fish that you can find and learn a little tidbit about. I mean, that's just super cool. So yeah, Animal Crossing can teach us a ton of stuff, and it's not just about money. These are just the tidbits that I picked up, but I would love to know what you learned from Animal Crossing. So leave me a comment and let me know. Thanks. Peace out.